Good evening, my dear guests. The night outside is colder than usual, don't you think? It reminds me of a place far beyond imagination, a continent wrapped in ice and silence. A land where the sun vanishes for months, and secrets slumber beneath miles of frozen stone. Tonight, I invite you to journey with me to the ends of the earth, where a man of courage and vision, Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd, claimed to have seen the impossible. A hidden world beneath the Antarctic ice. A civilization untouched by time. And a message meant for all of humankind. So, pour yourself something warm, my friend, and listen closely. For the truth, as always, is colder and far deeper than we dare believe. I am Sebastian, your host. Welcome to From Beyond.
There are places on this planet where silence reigns like a sovereign, and none is more absolute than Antarctica, the great white desert at the bottom of the world. An endless expanse of ice and shadow, larger than Europe, untouched and mostly unknown. Its frozen heart hides mountains taller than the Alps, valleys deeper than the Grand Canyon, and perhaps something far stranger. For more than a century, explorers have braved this kingdom of frost, searching for answers, and among them, one name has echoed through time: Rear Admiral Richard Evelyn Byrd, a man of science, of courage, and some say, of secrets. Byrd was no ordinary explorer. Decorated by the US Navy, celebrated as a hero of the skies, he was among the first to conquer the poles by air. To him, the world's extremes were not barriers, but invitations. In the aftermath of World War II, Byrd led a mission unlike any other, Operation Highjump, launched in 1946. It was one of the largest expeditions ever sent to Antarctica. Over 4,000 men, 13 ships, and dozens of aircraft, all under military command. Officially, the operation's purpose was to establish research bases and train troops for cold weather survival. But to those who watched from afar, it seemed excessive. Why send such a formidable force to a continent of ice and penguins? Rumours soon took root, whispers of something else, something hidden beneath the ice. In post-war Europe, talks circulated about Nazi Germany's secret bases in Antarctica, New Swabia, they called it. German expeditions had indeed ventured there in the late 1930s, claiming territory and mapping strange oases of ice-free land. Had they built something there? Something the Allies needed to find or destroy? Some accounts from Operation Highjump mention strange incidents, aircraft failing without clear reason, sudden losses of radio contact, and a mysterious early withdrawal of the entire fleet after only 8 weeks, though it had been planned to last 6 months. When Byrd returned, he gave a peculiar interview to a Chilean newspaper. In it, he warned that the United States must prepare to defend itself against hostile aircraft that can fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. What did he mean? What had he seen in the ice? The Navy never gave an answer. But decades later, a new story emerged, one that would ignite imaginations and conspiracy theories for generations. In the 1990s, a document surfaced, supposedly the secret diary of Admiral Byrd. It described a flight over the South Pole where reality itself seemed to unravel. According to the diary, on February 19, 1947, Byrd recorded strange compass failures, instruments spinning uncontrollably, and then something impossible. A vast green valley appeared beneath his plane, glowing in the polar sun. The temperature rose. The ice gave way to forests, rivers, and creatures long extinct, mammoths. Moments later, 2 glowing discs approached his aircraft, guiding it gently to land. He was taken, he wrote, to a subterranean city, radiant, silent, and breathtakingly advanced. There he met the Master, a tall, luminous being who spoke in perfect English. Admiral Byrd, the master said, you are a noble messenger from the surface world. But your civilization stands at the brink of destruction. We have long observed your wars, your greed, your atomic fire, and we must now intervene. Byrd was told that the inner earth, Agartha as it is called in ancient texts, had watched humankind from the shadows, seeking balance. They warned him to deliver a message, to abandon the path of nuclear war or face extinction. Then, as the diary claims, he was escorted back to his plane and guided out through the clouds of ice, as if the entire event had never occurred. He returned home in silence, but he was ordered, the diary says, to speak of it to no one. Historians dismiss the diary as a hoax, pointing out inconsistencies and lack of evidence. Yet its imagery resonates with myths far older than Byrd himself. Ancient civilizations across the world spoke of realms beneath the earth. The Buddhists Shambhala, the Greeks Hades, the Norse Svartalfheim, a hidden sanctuary, untouched by time, inhabited by beings wiser than humankind. Could Admiral Byrd's tale be a modern echo of these ancient myths? Or did he, perhaps, stumble upon something that defies our understanding of the planet itself? Science confirms that Antarctica was not always frozen. Millions of years ago, it was a lush, temperate continent with forests and lakes. Today, beneath its 2-mile-thick ice sheets, radar has revealed mountains, rivers, and even mysterious shapes that seem geometric. Among them, a triangular mountain known as the Antarctic Pyramid, so perfect in form that some believe it was built, not carved by nature. Geologists explain it as a simple nunatak, a natural peak exposed through the ice. Yet when the camera pans across its sharp lines and eerie symmetry, one cannot help but wonder, could it be the tip of something buried? A monument from another age? Or perhaps a doorway? Reports of no-fly zones, classified research missions, and satellite images abruptly censored have only deepened the mystery. Whatever lies beneath the Antarctic ice seems to prefer silence. Whether Byrd's diary was real or not, its message endures, that humanity's greatest enemy is not hidden underground, but within itself. Still, questions remain. Why did Operation Highjump end so suddenly? What compelled Byrd to speak of enemies that can fly from pole to pole? And why has Antarctica remained, to this day, the most restricted and least understood continent on Earth? Perhaps the answers lie in classified archives, or perhaps they rest under miles of ice, waiting for the world to thaw and remember. In the end, the legend of Admiral Byrd is not just about hidden cities or forgotten warnings. It is about the thin line between discovery and delusion, between what we see and what we believe we see. He sought the edges of the earth, and may have found the edge of human understanding. So, when the wind howls across the endless Antarctic plains, and the ice cracks beneath the aurora's ghostly light, perhaps it carries the echo of Byrd's voice, whispering still, "There is more beneath the ice than any man will ever know." I have told you what I know. Whether you believe it or not is entirely up to you.
The diary of Admiral Byrd, real or imagined, remains an open wound in the pages of history. Perhaps he never found a hidden world. Perhaps the message he brought back was not from beneath the ice, but from the depths of his own soul. Yet I wonder, if you stood at the edge of that endless white void, if you looked into the blinding light of the pole, would you not also sense that something watches from below? Until we meet again, keep your fire burning through the longest night. Good night, and may your dreams stay warm.